everyone. My name is Nora Spielman. So we just watched an incredible concert of all these incredible women and young ladies playing guitar, playing music composed by women. And so we figured we'd have a short discussion with some of our players, Vada and Emilia Diaz Delgado. I'm also joined by my friend and collaborator, Siad Wells from Margin's Guitar Collective. I'm with Odeon Guitar. And we figured we'd talk a little bit about the performers' experiences, learning this music, playing guitar, recording for the concert, and just kind of, what about the music and what about music in general makes you happy and keeps you going. So we figured we'd go around, say our name, what was it? Let's say our grade and where we are right now, because we all are in different places and time zones. Yeah, I think that's a good place to start. Well, I'm Nora. I'm a DMA student at Stony Brook University, and right now I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and it's 8 p.m. Uh, Vada, you want to go?
Sure. My name is Vada. I go to school at Nespa Sam. I'm in fifth grade, uh, and I'm in Manhattan, New York.
Thank you. Emilia?
Hi, I'm Emilia. I'm 11. I'm in Santa Clara, California right now, and I'm in 6th grade.
Hello, everyone. My name is Siad, and I'm in Austin, Texas, where it is bright and sunny. And I am also a DMA student, so the 20 something grade.
Very nice. Great. So, the music that you both learned or have been learning this year, I noticed I kind of recognized the music Vada was playing because the school that Vada takes lessons at, I also teach. And they had this incredible program where they hired a composer to write for the students. So the composer wrote this piece for Vada. Um, and when I heard it, I was like, this piece has to be shared. New music composed by a woman, composed for Vada. And so that's how Vada came into the program. And Emilia, I saw playing for the Austin concert that happened about a month ago. And I was like, Emilia needs to be in this concert too. From that concert, it was amazing. And with Emilia, we were talking about pieces. Like, what pieces could we learn in a week, 2 weeks? I don't know. It's pretty incredible. So we're kind of collaborating on that, and we could talk about your experience in listening to music, finding a piece that worked for you, and what brought you to the music that you decided to work on. So I was wondering if either of you could start and talk about your experience learning the music that you played for us today. Either of you can go first.
So I'm playing the first of 6 preludes by Emilia Guglielmi, who is actually named the same as me. And I loved her piece. There are 6 preludes, but I only learned the first one because they're really long and really hard, some of them. But yeah, I really liked it. It was great being able to explore different, ways of playing it, different recordings, and yeah, actually I came upon this piece because my teacher gave me like a full list of women guitarists and composers, so I heard them all and I really like this piece, so yeah.
I learned the piece Caballo de Agua from the from the composer. Her name is Jacinta Cluselas, and this was actually a commission to me. So it was actually for the, like what Nora said, the A4TY, which is a program in BSM, and it was actually mainly for that. And I learned it in almost about a month, I guess, like 3 weeks or something like that. And now I get to play it in this concert, so that's really exciting.
That's a feat to learn music that fast. That is not easy for both of you. And I love Emilia plays Emilia. I think that's a great. I think that was a great choice, and the work is it just suits you so well. Yeah, like Vada said, the program A4TY is a album for the youth. Is basically a program of composers of the school writing for students of the school, and then they had a like an adult composer, Jacinta, come in and write for Vada. And so yeah, did you have anything you wanted to ask our friends?
Yeah, I wanted to know what it was like to record a video and share it with people.
Yeah, so this is my first time recording. I've done a few before, but it's always really exciting and also like a bit daunting because you have to record so many times, and then you look at them and you're like, which one do I choose? Because once in a while I'm lucky enough to get a lot of good recordings and I can't choose. But usually it's like I get a lot of like so recordings, and I have to know which one is like less bad, or like which ones I don't want to pay attention to do because like they're like worse. Usually that way, or sometimes I practice a lot and like my hands are warm and everything, like, and I can actually play it. But for this piece, I was able, luckily, to record in 2 different days, so I just picked my favorite takes. So yeah, it was better than most times.
For me, I was only managed to get it in one day because I was going to submit it to Nora the next day, and so I've recorded videos before, but only like once or twice, and it was still pretty new to me. I took a lot of shots, but most of them I wasn't even playing. I just messed up at like the first or second note, and then I just picked the best one, which was pretty easy because I messed up a lot, and that was really it.
Yeah, actually, what you just said just reminded me. I didn't even remember this, and it's pretty embarrassing, so don't judge. But last year I was recording for the GFA, and like it was the GFA, so like I didn't get into the final round or anything. But I was like in the first month of quarantine, so usually I did my recordings at my music school, like during recitals. But it was pretty new, the whole mic setup thing and everything. So it's like my first time ever doing like a big recording, and I played the piece pretty well on the first try, and I look at it afterwards and I'm like, no, this is bad. So I do like 16 more takes where I just like stop at like the second page, and I'm like, no, that didn't work. So at the end, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna stop. Run through the whole thing. So I run through the whole thing. It's pretty good. I get to like the last note, and I messed up like horribly on like the second to last note. Like it was a big chord, and I messed up on the second to last chord. So yeah, I didn't send it then.
Adding on to Emilia, I did some recordings which were pretty bad, and I kept like stopping, and then I kept going, and then I realized that I didn't know how to cut it out. Because I have no editing experience. I don't know how to edit anything, so I thought I was gonna let my mom do it, but if it turned out that she went away, and so it bugged me a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
Vada.
happens to me too. Like right now, I'm getting kind of like into video editing and audio editing. So right now, I can do that kind of. But there was this one time I played two pieces, different pieces in different takes, and I'm like ready to send it in. It's like a concert, and then I look and I'm like, oh darn it, because I had to send both pieces in like in the same recording, and like I can't glue them together because it counts as editing. So oh my god, yeah, that was annoying.
It is. It
and then
is. Vada.
playing pieces all in one take. It was pretty complicated because in my A4TY concert, I did separate takes for like separate parts of Caballo de Agua, but for this concert, I did one straight run through, and so it was it was pretty sad when I kept on messing up.
Yeah, and then like this is like different, but I used to play Asturias, and you know like it's really calm, and that's actually where I learned you have to check the softest piece of music, because like sometimes you don't hear it, and the loudest piece. Because I only checked like the softest part, like the beginning, you know, ta 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 ta, which is like you know like kind of soft. So you know it sounded perfect. I wasn't ringing off or anything. My mic is working perfectly, and then like I finished the recording. I get to the strumming part, and it's like horribly, horribly like what do you call in video overexposed, like ringing so much. You know, when you strum with an amp and it gives like feedback over the whole room. You know, yeah, I was like that. It was horrible.
It's like distorted, like an electric guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
there's so many.
I'm pretty sure the mic actually literally shook. Like it shook,
Oh, that's
and the
powerful.
blue light went off for like a second.
Yeah, there's so many challenges to recording videos and something that we're all getting a lot of experience with now. So I think we'll be better off for it in the future. It'll be no big deal when we need to record 30 minutes of music. We're like, oh, yeah, it's fine. One take. No big
Yeah, I think after this, like if I ever go to like a studio, it's gonna be so much like easier because I've heard that some artists, you know, they have like 30 minutes to record like a piece. The only time I've done like a studio recording for guitar, they were like really nice about it because they had like a 1 week service. You know, they needed 1 week to edit the video and give it back to me. But I was actually doing it for a Halloween video, and it was like literally October 29th when I went to SF to record. And I'm like, well, you know, like it's October 29th. I really wanted, you know, a Halloween, please. But like they were really nice about it and let me record for like 2 hours straight. They gave me like a 2 hour time window. And then like they gave it back to me like literally by the next day, which was a Saturday actually. So they were really nice about it. But yeah, after like recording at home for so much time, it's gonna be really easy, you know, to go to a studio and have 15 minutes to record and get it done. Yeah.
I've actually had one experience of recording in a studio, but it wasn't really in a studio, it was just in my room. And what happened was I had to record something for my music class on my guitar, and it was optional, but I really wanted to try it. So I took my like headphones, which had like a microphone attached to it, and then I used some like tape and post-it notes, and I just put it right on top of the guitar as like my microphone because I didn't have a real microphone, and it got messed up when I pulled the string too hard, and then it hit the microphone, and then it sounded really weird.
Yeah, like blah, right? Yeah, I hate that sound. I hate it. Like it gets into my ear and buzzes for like a whole like 5 minutes. But yeah, there's
Gives
like
us
so many things about
nightmares.
like microphones. Like mine buzzes every time I strum, like I said before. But you know, I used to think my microphone was like the best thing ever. Like the best microphone I could get. Like it's really good. Like I have a really good microphone. It sounds really good for this recording. It
What
works
do
really,
you
really
use?
well. But like then like I was recording Asturias and I was like, this will not work.
What
Because
kind of
besides I was doing
microphone
like
is it?
it's an AT 2020.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
See,
and
I
then I
never.
actually had an experience with like professional mics, like at home, because I got lent some professional mics from the top for a show. And I'm like, oh my god, this microphone is so good. So yeah.
It's definitely, I find recording to be one of the most frustrating, challenging, slash educational. Um, I feel like it just makes you a great player. I felt it because going over and over and over. Um, it's really just practicing until you nail it. You get it the way you want it, and you want to capture that. Um,
Yeah, sometimes I'm really hard on myself though, and I'm like, that sound did not work out well. And I stopped the recording and I did like 50 takes. Once I literally had 78 takes on my computer for like one recording. And I finished, I looked through all of them. Like half of them are like deleted recordings that are like, oh no, I messed up like in the second line. And then like I finished looking through them. And in the end I'm like, I'm gonna send the first one.
that's how it goes. Yeah, absolutely.
Here's an idea for an invention. You should make they people should make like a little tiny microphone that like you put in your like ear or something, so that whatever you listen, the microphone captures.
That would be the dream, to get what I'm hearing. Because I feel like after you record it and you move the mics around, right? You find the right placing, you find the right part of your room. And the other hard part about recording is not just the sound, but the video. The video has to capture what you want to see. Maybe you don't want the mic in the picture. I prefer not to have the mic in the picture, but I end up having it just because of the frame and everything in my room. Um, but you both sent in like really like professional grade videos, and like, did you guys just record it all on your own?
My mom helped me a lot, but it's like two-person job. Because yeah, because it's really hard. I have like this armoire which I play in front of, like in all my videos. I'm actually like in front of it right now. Like I play facing this way. So I get the armoire in the shot, and then I get like this painting which is right now to my right in the shot. And then I'm like, oh no, the door is like in the shot, and you can see the walls and the armoire. So it's like completely like at an odd angle, because of like three straight furnitures like in the same line. So I had to change it and like reposition the computer so you wouldn't see the top of the armoire. And I'm like, oh no, because I did like a really good take, and like I forgot to take a picture before I like recorded. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh no, the ceiling and like the walls are completely like at an odd angle. Or like there's things you wanted the house to not be seen, and they show because like in Zoom, there's this weird thing where like you don't see the whole frame of someone until you pin them, right? So right now I'm pinning myself and I can see more like of the floor. But like if you don't check, like you see more things in the frame than you thought people could see. And like once I was like in a really, really like important master class, and I'm like having so much fun. And then suddenly I noticed that they can actually see like this cable to my right. And I'm like, oh no.
I did the recording by myself, and I just cut out the first part where I clicked the button. I did it on my iPad. I'm actually zooming on my iPad right now, and it was a lot of fun. I guess I felt like more grown up, more mature, like doing things by myself. Well, mostly because everyone was downstairs making dinner, and I took the video at upstate where I normally am, but I'm in the city this week because I had some appointments, and so I had more space, and it just looked nicer.
No, you both sent in really well done videos. Like the shot was great, the sounds was great. It's surprising, like iPads, iPhones can take some really sharp quality videos. The iPhone is my camera um, for now, but I use mics for for the sound. Um, and okay, so we talked about recording, which is such a big deal, and playing guitar this year. And it works. We can play our solo music. We're a solo instrument. We can still practice on our music, and we're not relying on having a pianist if we are playing a horn or something. Um, but I wanted to see what you find. Um, what do you enjoy about playing the guitar? It could be the pieces. It could be the kind of music, the sound.
I really like playing with other people, so now with COVID, I can't do it anymore. But yeah, I really like that. I still did it sometimes. I still have ensemble class, but we have to record, and then someone has to overdub them. It's really annoying because you can't do volantados together. You can't really feel the music because if you have different arrangements, you can't even hear how it's gonna sound on YouTube. Like except if you're dedicated enough to record all the parts yourself and overdub them before the whole four people record their own parts. You can do it, but it doesn't really work that way. So I'm I want to hear how it sounds. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I don't know how to play it, so the other people fit in. The whole phrasing thing. Because it's one thing to be able to say do forte here, do diminuendo here, and another thing to be able to do it at the same time as the other people do it. Hearing them, it's really different. So yeah.
I also really like playing music with people, but I was actually part of an ensemble before coronavirus hit, which was led by Jose. He's a great teacher, and um, another part of music that guitar that I like is that I can play like my style. One second I'm playing classical music, and then another I'm switching over to rock, and then the next I'm playing and singing along, which is really fun because you can do a lot on the guitar, which is really awesome.
Yeah, you can. You can do so many things on the guitar. You can play classical and other styles. But some people when you say guitar, I didn't learn this until 3 years ago. But I'm from Mexico, and over you take guitar there, and it's still kind of misunderstood, but there's more chance that'll people will understand it. But here, I was with my schoolmates because this is my first year in public schools, and I say I play guitar, and they're like, so who's your favorite guitarist? And I say John Williams, and they go, the Star Wars guy. And I'm like, no, the classical guitarist. And they're like, oh, well, my favorite guitarist is Jimi Hendrix. And I'm like, Jimi Hendrix is awesome, but it's kind of sad that they don't know classical guitar anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happens with me and my friends. Um, they're not like, well, they just normally don't take the right approach when when I tell them that I play guitar. They think that I play rock, I guess, because that's way more popular. And but I do classical, and if you think about it in a way, classical guitar, it kind of doesn't sound right. If I think about classical, I think of flutes and things like that. But then guitar comes in, and it's a whole new level.
And even within classical guitar, you have folk music or classical composers who base their music on folk. Like in this concert, we have music based on Brazilian choro, which is the popular music. Um, but it is, technical and intense, and it's written for, our nylon string guitars. Um, but technically, they wouldn't say oh, it's classical music like Mozart. Um, it's like you both said, like guitar is so versatile. Um, but I think it's cool that you should spread the word to your friends. Like, no, remember John Williams. He's the guy you want. Jimi Hendrix is cool, but John Williams, you have to hear him play Asturias. Then talk to me about guitar. So yeah, do you have anything else you wanted to ask?
No, I mean, I really, there's, I've been missing playing guitar with people a lot, and I'm in a duo, and me and my duo partner, we live really far away. And so it's been a challenge to like figure out how do we still make music together and play together. But it's been really fun to do some like other types of projects and, you know, put together concerts like this with you all. And it's been great. And so, I'm looking forward to meeting up one day and having an in-person concert and all of that cool stuff as well.
Adding to Siad, well, I used to be part of an ensemble, and then coronavirus hit, so we got split up into guitar duos. There are two, me and my friend Sabrina, and there's also another one, Drew and Nico. There were more people in the ensemble at first, but I guess we're just in tiny groups now. And even though me and Sabrina were like miles away from each other, we found a way to like record videos and like Jose put them together, which is still a lot of fun. Not as fun as before because we can't actually play together, but we're making the best out of this situation.
I think what I miss the most slash what I cherish the most about guitar is the tone, is hearing the sound, like being in the presence of someone playing guitar in front of you, like in a concert that a recording can't do. Even if it's like the master full recording, to hear someone live, um, there's something that just can't come across on a track. And I miss like hearing my colleagues, my friends playing guitar. I can give them comments and tell them what I think of their videos or their Zoom playing, but there's so much missing. You know, the power of like an acoustic instrument, especially. I think that I can feel that.
Yeah, this isn't like technically guitar, but like when you go to like a piano concert, you know, you can feel like in a concert hall, you can feel the floor like shaking. And I really, really miss that because it was like part of like my life as a musician every Saturday when I went to music school. And my friends would play violin and cello and piano, and you know, you could actually feel the music. But nowadays it's all like technical, like technology, like videos, and it's not the same. It's not the same feeling.
One time I was recording on BandLab, which is like a website for music, and I accidentally put on like a wrong setting, and then it made my guitar sound like an electric guitar, and I thought to myself, "What is wrong with this?" And it totally didn't sound like anything that it sounded like in real life to my ear. And technology can really change the sound and the looks of everything.
And one very positive aspect of putting together this concert is being able to ask people. We're all in different time zones. There's guitarists in Portugal and Finland who recorded, Germany, Brazil. There's no way I could get all of you guys. I couldn't afford a plane ticket to get you all in New York. Not yet. Maybe like 20 years from now. But the fact that we could put this together and just have it all in one place, it was never happened before. I don't think so. Not to this level.
Yeah, it's really good to meet new people like during COVID because there's so many people from different places going to the same events as before. So I really enjoy meeting new people like in this situation. Yeah.
Kind of like meeting people during coronavirus. I actually kind of had an experience with this. So my best friend Alberto and my other best friend Ava, they met to I like made them meet each other kind of like on a Zoom meeting, and then now they're like best friends also. So it's like it's the three of us now.
That's
Yeah,
really
I actually met one of my best friends in like virtual chorus because in chorus there were like so many people singing, and now like last year we did it virtually. This year we're not doing it because there was like so much lagging, and it just wasn't possible to overdub like 60 videos. So, but last year, yeah, I met one of my best friends that way, and it's great to be able to connect with people who are living the same situation in different ways because it's you know yeah.
It's really, really well said. Um, Thank you, ladies. This was really a wonderful chat, and I think it'll be really special that we can share this with our audience and the other performers. Um, this is going to air, I guess, after the concert, so I should talk like, congrats, everyone! You did so great! We're not recording this the night before. um, yeah, but I just wanted to say thank you. I was gonna say thank you, girls, but you guys are amazing. And it's really important for people to see young women playing. I didn't start playing guitar until I was 14. I didn't start playing classical guitar till 18, and I didn't start taking it seriously till a few weeks ago. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. You guys kind of teach me a lot. Um, does anyone else want to say anything? Or are we good to go?
I just wanted to say to the audience, anyone who is learning guitar, uh, good luck on your journey, and I'm sure that you will meet your goal. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you.